Hello everyone, welcome back again to my implementation of Toejam Earl VR concept type game. And we're just jumping around doing all kinds of things at this point, and I figured why not go ahead and start colorizing some of the different elements that we have in the game. And you know, we've got the rocket shoes, the skates, we've got the ground itself, we've got all kinds of stuff that we actually need to work on. And why don't we go ahead and take a look at something. Let's go ahead and go to open scene. Now, one of the easiest things probably for us to colorize is the landscape. So let's go ahead back to this area right here. So there's our collider. Let's go ahead and hide that really quick. Control H. And here's the original two elements right there. I think we have X-ray on. That's why everything's kind of weird. But we've got the slanted version. We've got the straight version. Both are pretty similar. Let's go ahead and hide the slanted one for a second here. And then we've got the other ones instead. So why don't we go ahead and unwrap these really fast. Okay, we got some VR problems going on here, but these don't matter at the moment because we're not dealing with VR. So let's go ahead and do a UV planar, and let's do a Y down straight at the top. And why don't we just go ahead and grab these edges right here, 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 and here, and do a cut on those edges, and then do an unfold of the entire thing, and then an orient on the entire thing as well. And there's that part, and then we can grab the bottom, and then we can do another planar. Let's do a planar Y direction, and I think I had the wrong thing selected there, so let's try that again. Planar in the Y direction, we can do an unfold, unfold, and then we get this kind of wonky looking thing. We can go in here if we want to and try to cut this up, but the reality is, with how it is, I don't think we really want to. We're going to have two separate elements here. I mean, we could cut this up across these little peaks and valleys right here if we wanted to, and see how that goes. And that might make things a little bit better for us, but I'm thinking it's better to keep it all together in one giant object. So there's that. So we can do a cut there. Whoops. Let's go cut, grab, and then unfold each of those. And that kind of separates them a little bit better. Let's see if we can orient them a little better. Not really. But anyway, I think really what we want to do here is grab this. And actually, what happened there? Did it not unfold? All right, I don't know. Maybe, do I have two of this surface on here? So let's do a double check. So there's one. Nope, I just messed something up. I must have hit undo too many times. So let's go ahead, grab this, and do a cut, and then an unfold, unfold, and then an orient, and then a layout is probably just going to lay it out just fine. So we can go ahead and hit layout, and then we're going to make these separate materials, I think, which will be fine for what we're dealing with. And then we can grab these guys, and then let's go back and do a layout UVW, hit apply. And that's a mess of a layout for these things, that's for sure. That does not look like it's maximizing the UV space at all, considering the fact that I can move these about like this and increase their size without really, yeah, it's kind of a mess. Let's see if we can't increase the number of iterations here. 5 is a little much, maybe 4. Let's see, preserve view 3D ratios. Yes, that's all fine. Translate, rotate the 30. You know, we're going to do rotation steps as maybe 15 degrees. And let's give that another shot. They were not kidding when they said it would take a lot longer by decreasing the rotation steps. Okay, that is better. Much more packed together. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, and all we need to do now is make sure that this has a material associated with it. So let's go ahead and do an edit, delete all by type really fast, history. And we do not have a material, and we do not have a material. So we'll do a material up here, assign new material, Fong, and we'll call this landscape grass _M, horizontal. I'm guessing we should use the full name, 4x4. 4x4 _M. We're going to copy that name really fast. Come over here, right click, assign new material, Fong, and do something similar, except this is going to be rock bottom. Landscape, rock, bottom, enter. Okay, good. All right, so we've got the 2 of these now. Let's go ahead and export this out. So file, let's check our coordinates actually really fast. I just want to make sure everything's zeroed out. So that's 0, so we're good there. So file, export selection, and we can do an FBX export. Let's go up 2 times, 3 times into Substance Painter, FBXs, and we'll do landscape, horizontal 4x4, enter. Okay, let's bring this into Substance Painter and see what we can do with it. So file, new, select, landscape, PBR, metallic roughness is fine. We'll go to 2048, hit OK. And let's see what we have. That's what we got. Let's go to texture settings. Let's do bake mesh maps and bake all texture sets. All right, so we've got something going on with the bottom there. I'm not sure what. I'm guessing that's some ambient occlusion. Not really much going on with the top though. And we got this weird polygon right here that's kind of off. I'm not sure what's going on with that too. These are all warning signs for me. Big flags that are saying what's going on. But let's see, do we have a grass? We have grass patter. If we put grass patter on here, ugh, it's not great, but it's fine. Let's increase its scale a little bit. So yeah, that's better. I like that. And then we also want, let's say, turn on normal. And then we have dead grass as well, which we can add on top of this. And we'll, of course, reduce that down similarly. Height, replace, normal, replace. And then we're going to add to this a black mask where we're just going to dab ever so slightly on here. So let's do a, we want some kind of an alpha for this, and we are going to then take that and crank it way down. We just want a little bit. Even that might be too much. See how it's got a different specular reflection going on there? So I'm gonna crank that down even lower so it's not quite so bad. Because I can still see it. Do you see it? Because I can. If I turn this off, you can see the difference right there. See that? So part of me is saying, go to metallic. Let's reduce that, and roughness. Let's also reduce that down a bit. But part of me is saying, why even use it at this point? Because it's not helping me, it's hurting me. So what do we do rock? So we have cliff, dash, we got pebble, we got something else. We might need to consult the Substance Painter store. Let's see if we can't load that up. Now, I've been having problems with loading up the substance source again. I don't know why, but it seems like every update they bring up, it causes the Substance Painter store to not work. And once again, I think we're trapped with whatever we happen to have. So why don't we just go with it? Go to the rocks. We got rocks here. I'm really not happy with that texture, actually. Can we figure out how to fix this? Substance source not working. Substance source not working in Substance Painter. Substance source button not working in Substance Painter. Simply right-click on the source window and go to maximize. Oh my gosh, it works. Okay. Sort of, not really. Cool. All right, so let's do rock. And we want something like this, rock dashed Iran, or Persian red rock, or even just flint. Now, it's French coastline rock, or French coastline rock block, actually, is I think what we want. Yeah, we're going to go with French coastline rock. Log in, move this over. There we go. Oh, I hate how it resets you back to where you were. So I say French, yeah, this one right here. French coastline rock block. We're going to grab that. Alien soil acid puddles. Looks really awesome. Okay, so now we've got that new material, which is right here, French coast. So let's get rid of the log. Let's get rid of that. Put our new material down. And that's a lot more Toejam Earl. I will say it doesn't quite fit yet. I think we need to modify things a bit. That's better. Now let's turn on triplanar, and let's take a trip down memory lane. More yellow squiggle color right there. But that's the new one. I want to make sure it's the same with the old one. So the old one is actually more of a dirty orange, closer to what we have right now, like that, but a little bit brighter, I'd say, something like that. So we're going to go with this, I think. Good enough. Like I said, we're not going for perfection here. We just need some color in this world so it doesn't look like crap. At a later date, we can hire artists to actually come in here and make things look perfect. I'm not a great artist, so I'm going to let it be whatever it happens to be. So let's go ahead and do an export texture. We got all these textures to export. We're going to go find our drive. Change our config to Unity 5 with occlusion and let it do its thing. So now the real question is, we got to re-export this to Maya real fast. So let's go to File, Game Exporter, and we're going to export to, of course, not the right place, Terrain. I'm going to grab that name right there. Hit Export, yes. Come back over here, give it a second. Well, that's a mess. Unity, did you just crap the bed? Because I think that's what you just did. Let's see if we can help Unity out a bit here. Let's go to Models, Terrain, and let's create 2 new folders before we ourselves crap the bed and wonder what the heck just happened. So we got a new folder, and this new folder needs to go under Terrain. And you know what? All right, did that fix anything? No, they're ginormous. Look at this. Look at the size difference now. So I don't know what happened on the import settings, but it went crazy. That's better. Okay, now we got things settled down. Holy jeez. Maybe now we can actually fix things and make them right. So we've got grass bottom. First thing we need to do is, of course, adjust this and make that correct. There we go. Now we just need to go to our textures and fix them appropriately. So textures, albedo, metallicity, metallic, whatever. Fix now. And then occlusion, not like that matters in this case. Material, second one. And albedo, metallic, normal, fix, and occlusion. So there we go. So at least some of these elements now look like something from Toejam Earl. Now, you're going to notice there's going to be problems, there's going to be seams, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. But for the most part, I'm actually kind of happy that we actually have a level now that looks like a realistic version of the actual game. So now all we need to do is save the same setup that we have right now going on and bring it over into the next object we're going to be working with, which is going to be the ups and downs. So let's go ahead and do some smart materials really fast. We're going to go to our grass object, and I know it's just the grass pattern. I mean, is there anything special about this grass pattern? There is a little bit. So I kind of want to make this a, yeah, we kind of need to. I want to grab this French coastline. I'm going to copy this, come over to the grass horizontal and paste this in here. And we're going to merge these together into one thing, and we'll just call this Toejam Earl, or TJE underscore earth, or landscape. Grab both of them, put them under that, and then grab both, right click on this layer now, and then make that into a smart layer so that we can work with it with the other tileable texture stuff, whatever. The idea is now that we've got another one right here that we can work with. And we can go ahead and file save this entire thing in a second once I actually go back in here and make this not look like crap. So file, save as, TJE landscape horizontal. All right, but you know what? At least we have some color now in our world, something interesting to look at. And I think that's going to end this video. We'll jump in and see what we can deal with shortly with the rest of things. I'll see you all next time. So long and goodbye. Hi everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe and hit the bell if you want notifications about new videos I upload. And if you'd like to help even more, consider becoming a patron on my Patreon account. Links, as always, are in the description. See you next time. So long, goodbye.